chain around my throat, iron collar, like a dog.
Crawl.
I crawled, naked, across the courtyard. Servants walked past with their heads down. No one helped. No one ever helped. 3 brothers, 1 wife. That was the Fletcher family tradition. Wedding night, they drugged my wine. 3 shadows pinned me to the bed. 6 hands like iron locks. I screamed until my throat bled. They didn't stop. When I tried to run, they stripped me bare, chained my neck, and made me crawl on the ground while they watched.
Crawl.
When I stopped eating, they forced the food down, then forced other things down.
You'll learn, Eleanor. They all learn eventually.
A room with no windows. Devices inside meant you break a woman into something obedient. I spent weeks in there, came out different each time. Their grandfather wanted a turn. Damien delivered me himself, called it family tradition. Their cousins visited, took what they wanted. Damien only said, 12 months. I endured 12 months of this. Then my sister walked through the door. She'd married Erik Hawthorne, the Alpha Commander, but Erik never marked her, never touched her. His wolf believes couldn't look at her. She thought he was defective, so she took servants to her bed instead, got caught, got banished from the pack, and somehow she blamed me, convinced herself I was living in luxury. 3 wealthy husbands doting on me while she rotted alone. Vivienne looked at me thin, hollow, bruised, and all she saw was jealousy confirmed. 3 men worship you and you still look miserable? You greedy bitch. I fell. Blood pooled warm under my cheek. She stepped over my body, careful not to stain her shoes. Nothing. Then, light. I gasped awake. Clean sheets. Sunlight. My old bedroom at the Ashford estate. I grabbed my stomach. No wound, no scar, no collar marks on my neck. Miss Eleanor? The choosing ceremony begins within the hour. I looked at my hands, young, unscarred, cold. The choosing ceremony, the day I chose the Fletcher family. I pressed my palm against my chest, heart pounding. Not this time. I gripped my wrist, pulse, warm skin, real. The sole mark on my collarbone, the pattern still intact. In my last life, my stepmother forged a copy of this mark and put Vivienne's name on it. That forgery sent me straight to the Fletchers. I stepped into the great hall, hundreds of wolves, all waiting for the elder to announce the pairings. The elder hadn't even opened his mouth. I choose the Fletcher family. The hall went quiet. My blood ran cold. Last life, she threw a screaming fit to marry Erik, refused anyone else. Now she is volunteering for the Fletchers. There is only one explanation. She came back too, Margaret.
Oh, my darling girl, I knew you'd come to your senses. The Fletcher fortune, what a match!
Vivienne turned to me. Her eyes, testing, gleaming, triumphant. I understood that look instantly. She died believing I was pampered in the Fletcher house. 3 rich husbands, jewels, luxury. She came back wanting what she thought I had. The whole hall buzzed with whispers, every eye chasing Vivienne and the Fletcher family's spectacle. No one spared a single glance at me. That was fine. Let them watch her. Then the elder turned.
Eleanor Ashford. Your choice?
Every head in the room swung toward me. The hall fell dead silent. Scattered laughter broke the silence.
A merchant's daughter with no wolf blood.
Everyone expected me to take whatever scraps were left. No one knew what was buried under those peonies in the Fletcher garden. I stood up. I choose Alpha Commander Erik Hawthorne. The laughter exploded.
Oh, sister, a soldier's wife, how brave.
Such a hard life, military families. No money, no comfort. But I suppose someone has to take him.
Lord Ashford frowned but said nothing. He never said anything when it mattered. I walked toward Erik. The moment I got close, the sole mark on my collarbone burned white hot. I kept my face still. In my last life, I screamed until I bled and no one heard. In my last life, I crawled on stone with a chain around my neck. In my last life, I was 1 week away from poisoning all 3 of those monsters to death. And my own sister put a blade through my heart. This life, the one walking into that hell, is not me. I glanced at Vivienne, radiant, victorious, already picturing her golden future. She has no idea what she just chose. The Fletcher mating convoy packed the entire street, gold carriages, pearl-draped horses, enough jewels to buy a packed territory twice over. Not that the Fletchers had wolf blood to claim one. Vivienne burst into my room, gold hairpins blazing, iridescent pearls sewn across her mating gown. She ran her fingertip down my plain dress.
Not a single gemstone. This is what mating with a soldier gets you.
I said nothing, let her gloat. In my last life, I rode in that gold carriage. The ride ended in hell. That silk gown was shredded by 6 hands on the mating night.
Last chance, sister. Want to swap mates? I'll take the commander. You take the Fletchers.
Something cold flashed behind her stare. Same look, both lives. When she can't have what she wants, she kills for it. I pulled my hand free.
Enjoy your big day, Vivienne.
She left, head high, victor. I picked up my plain veil. This is the last day she'll have anything to celebrate. Sister, go find out what the Fletcher mating bed really feels like. I stepped out the door and onto a path nothing like my last love. Erik was tall, broad-shouldered. His mating coat barely contained him. The other wives at the ceremony couldn't stop staring. They had every reason to. Erik was a pure-blood alpha, the rarest bloodline in the kingdom. His wolf form was a silver giant that most wolves would never see in a lifetime. But Vivienne spent their entire last life telling everyone he was impotent, couldn't perform, couldn't even shift in front of her. The truth was simpler. His wolf never recognized her. An alpha's wolf only responds to its fated mate. Vivienne was never his. She just never figured that out. The ceremony dragged. We moved through every mating ritual like puppets. When the last guest left, the room went quiet.
Long day. Get some rest.
He lay on his side, didn't reach for me, didn't push. I lay on the far edge, closed my eyes. The dream came fast, wine burning my throat. 3 shadows, 6 hands holding me down, laughter that wouldn't stop, pain, blood, they kept going. I screamed myself awake. Erik was already beside me, warm cloth pressed to my face. In my last life, I screamed until my voice broke and no one came.
You're safe. Sleep.
He lay back down, stayed close. His wolf wouldn't look at Vivienne, not in an entire marriage. So what happens when he is me his real mate? The soul mark on my collarbone pulsed, faint, warm, steady. Morning light, I opened my eyes. Erik's side of the bed, cold, already gone. Last night he held me through a nightmare, wiped my face, brushed my hair. But he never touched me, not once. I moved to the window and cracked the shutter. Erik shirtless, sword drills at dawn, every muscle working under scarred skin. His body moved like something built for war. Vivienne spent their entire last marriage calling him defective. Maybe she was right. A gathering at Lady Whitmore's estate. Alpha wives and beta noblewoman. Wine flowing, gossip sharper than claws.
The Fletcher brothers, all 3 of them, handsome.
My stomach turned.
Shame about Father Werewolf. I've heard rumors. Can't perform, can't swift. Must be lonely for you, dear.
I sipped my wine, said nothing. Across the room, Vivienne sat among them, radiant, dripping in Fletcher gold. She caught my eye, smiled slow and victorious. After the gathering, she followed me out.
Sister, you look pale. Is married life that dull?
I'm fine. Erik's away for months at a time, isn't he? A woman has needs. I can send a few strong, handsome servants your way. Discreet needs. Keep those for yourself. You'll need them. Her smile cracked, just for a second. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. Enjoy your evening, Vivienne. I turned and walked to my carriage, back at the Hawthorne estate. The steward was waiting at the gate, his expression uneasy.
My lady, a delivery arrived from the Fletcher household. The eldest son insists you receive it personally.
A lacquered box sat on the table, ornate, expensive. The Fletcher crest stamped into the lid. I stared at it. Damien Fletcher doesn't send gifts without a message.